Hello, hello. Thought I'd go on here a minute early. Let me put my sound down. Doing this as we speak. So I thought I'd do today and come on here and let you know, about what we can expect for March. Hopefully you can hear me all right. So welcome in Blackberry Rock. Like I said, the wind is blowing a little bit outside, which is crazy. We've had wind. It's not technically March yet, so I don't know why we have the wind. But doing all the rigmarole. Let's see if anybody comes in besides Blackberry Rock Homestead. Um, I'm coming on here and letting you know what March is known for and the deals you could catch on March and the holidays that are coming up in March. So there are quite a few, and I did update my list. And the deals, I'm going to start with this. The deals, there is, if you go on Pinterest, you could go and get, look at March deals or monthly deals or something of that nature, and that will pop up. So, hello, whoever came in. I appreciate you, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Watch on TV or what else. Again, I apologize. The wind is blowing and it's interfering with the technical stuff. Which reminds me, I need to call my daughter after I get done with this. Because I found something yesterday and I know she will kind of connect the dots. I was connecting the dots yesterday on a conspiracy theory, and I'm not bringing it on here. I'm not, because I did not make this channel to do that. This channel is all about cooking, and which I'm trying to figure out before we get into the gist of what March is known for and the month and the holiday and all that. I'm trying to figure out, besides fall into baking, which starts in September, I do believe. And of course, you got your cookie December and your pie November. Something I can bring to this channel, I do every day for a whole month. I'm not just for funsies and an open collab. If anybody has any ideas, leave it in the comment or on that, or email me. So, because I like to do, I know Blackberry Rock is doing Mix It Up March, which I may add a video to that. I'm not 100% to that. So, who knows? Who knows? So, like I said, I'm going to try to make this an hour. And I am on Blackberry Rock Homestead, the other me. I am reading the Bible and doing pop-ups live. Some of them may be scheduled, but reading the Bible. Just so you know, I'm over there usually in the morning, give or take. And I want this channel to be all about cooking and recipes and all that. So let's jump in to what March is known for. Since it's been 5 minutes, so excuse me, March. This is an updated version, and I forgot to write down where I got this information. I got it from 2 or 3 different places on the internet. Okay. March is known for exotic winter fruit leeks and green onions month. Who knew? So maybe we could find some winter fruit or leeks or green onions on sale this month. National Celery Month. So celery should be able to be cut celery and try to start it. I added dirt to my little bowl, but it's not faring too good. It's National Flour Month, so your flour could be on sale this month, which I do believe it should. Usually when there is certain things that it's a natural month for, that stuff is on sale. March is National Frozen Food, so you know the frozen food is going to be on sale. For the month of March, it's National Nutrition Month, which why not do a nutrition video? I may do that this month. I'm not 100% on that. National Noodle Month, so get all those noodles and be sure to get out on them. National Peanut Month. I've never grown peanuts, and I don't know what time of year it's harvested. If anybody knows and is in the live chat below or comment if you're rewatching this. National Sauce Month. So those delicious sauce. National Caffeine Awareness Month, which I voted for caffeine. I'm drinking a little bit of caffeine besides water. In the UK, it's Veggie Month. So the first full week of March, which will be, I do believe, the first week of March, will be British Pie Month. The second week of March is Chocolate Chip Cookie Week. Awesome, Jennifer. Hello. It's Registered Dietitian Month. It's the second Wednesday of the month. The second Thursday of the month is National Popcorn Lovers Day. I do love popcorn, but I like to put a little flavoring in popcorn. Oh, March is the best month. Okay, is it your birthday month? Yep. Well, happy early birthday, Jennifer. The third week of March is American Chocolate Week. Who doesn't love chocolate? Oh, happy birthday on the 19th to Miss Jennifer. Early. Happy birthday. So we will get hello, living your best life, Echo. Ooh, deal in your popcorn. That's interesting. I usually put cheddar or nacho cheese. I may have to try deal on that. The third week of March is National Ag Week. And then the third Tuesday is National Agriculture Day, which was proclaimed by President Biden on March 19th, on your birthday, Jennifer, in 2024. Previously, it was the third Thursday. Okay. So, and then the first week is National School Breakfast Week. which I don't understand why it went all to there, but and then Tea for Tuesday is the third Tuesday, and it is dedicated to enjoy tea with a friend. Created by Holiday Insights 2016. That was created then. Um, I may, if I remember, and I ain't got anything going on the third Tuesday. How about a Tea Tuesday for this channel? That may be fun. Just to so we can have tea with our friends and tea for Tuesday. The lemons third Thursday. The third Saturday is maple syrup day. Ooh, and I am dedicated more so this year now to get the best ingredients I can for all my recipes. And maple syrup is one of them. Um, the third Saturday is also National Corn Dog Day. So if you have Sonic in your area, they're going to have a corn dog day and have their corn dogs on sale. The last Wednesday is a whole day for whole grain. I'm not a big fan of whole grain. The first day of spring, which is March the 21st, I do believe, is International World Camuse Day, which I've never ate. And this year, let me look on the calendar real quick, because I was going to look that up. Easter falls in April this year. So the last Friday of March on the 27th is National Hot Cross Bun Day, since Easter is the following Sunday in April on the 5th. So, and then at Easter, which will be in April this year, it is National Baked Ham with Pineapple Day. And a week after, is National Egg Salad Day, Egg Salad Week. So that will be in April. Since Easter's sometimes in March and sometimes in April, I thought I'd include that. And March is also National Craft Month. So get all those crafty things. I may have to add a craft to this channel in the month of March. It all depends on what's going on. And it also is Colon Rectal Cancer Awareness Month. So has everybody had their colon if they're old enough to start getting that done? I know I recently had mine done, and everything's good. So I'm glad. There is, I have a distant relatives that have colon cancer, and I have cancer. But biggest part of the time, there is a lot of cancer in a lot of families. So I thought I'd include that on that. So let's start on the days of the month of March. So March the 1st is National Fruit Compote Day. And it's also Peanut Lovers Day. So, which is also Monday, also after the 15th. And it's Pig Day. I don't understand what Pig Day has to do with eating food, but whatever. It's also National Sunkissed Citrus Day. And I did make some tea earlier that was in the featured cookbook of March, which is a Southern Living cookbook, I do believe. And it was very citrusy. It gave me a migraine, so I won't be posting that video. So, and I don't know if it was the orange juice or the cloves or the allspice or the lemon juice or the tea that gave me the migraine, but I'm like not going to post it. So, the 2nd of March is National Banana Cream Day and Egg McMuffin Day, which me and my husband have decided for the year 26 we are not eating at McDonald's. So, and I added a couple of weeks ago, I told him we're not eating at Taco Bell either. So, it just didn't agree with me. March the 3rd is National Cold Cuts Day. Who didn't grow up? I grew up on every Friday. We had cold cuts, we had sandwiches. That is what we had. So every Friday, mom and dad would get paid and they'd go to the grocery store and we would have sandwiches and chips that night. And it's also National Moscow Mule Day, which I do not do that. I do not drink. And it's also National Mulled Wine Day. And it's also Soup It Forward, which encourages to spread love and kindness by sharing a bowl of soup with others. I may try to. I don't know. So, so Soup It Forward on March the 3rd. Try to make a bowl of soup and share it with others. And it's also National 33 Flavors Day, and that's regarding ice cream. Wonder where we got that at. um, March the 4th is National Pound Cake Day and National Snack Day. So get all your snacks together and eat. So make some brownies or something, or a pound cake and put strawberry syrup over it. Oh, that sounds so good. It's been a while since I made a pound cake, but I am getting lots of eggs now, so I may have to do that. Um, March the 5th is Cinco de Marcho. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know what that means, but I seen it and I'm like, I'm going to write that down. And it's also National Cheese and Cheese Doodle Day and National Marmalade Day. I'm not a big fan of marmalade. Um, I know I need to buy some orange marmalade. Um, because there is a couple recipes I need to do with for the month of March using orange marmalade. Excuse me. March the 6th is National Frozen Food and National Oreo Day. Sorry about like I said, the wind's blowing and it's messing with the signal there. And National White Chocolate Cheesecake. Don't that sound delicious? Um, March 7th is National Crown Roasted Pork, National Cereal Day, National Flapjack Day, which I call them pancakes, not flapjacks, National Lackey Day, and I think that's a um, type of food. I don't remember what nationality has that. March the 8th is National Hash Brown Day. I love a good hash brown. I love Sonic's hash browns, but I do love Hardee's hash browns as well. And it's also National Peanut Cluster Day. The 9th is National Crab Meat and National Meatball Day, and it's National Paddlefish Day. Now, I've never ate paddlefish, but I've seen paddlefish. I used to live up around Truman Lake, and we'd go fishing, and there would be people that would fish just for the paddlefish. The 10th is International Lime Day, I'm sorry. National Blueberry Popover, National Pack Your Lunch Day, and National Ranch Dressing. Ooh, I love me some ranch dressing. The 11th is National Chicken Parmesan Day. Excuse me, which I do love Parmesan. National Eat Your Noodles. National Oatmeal Nut Waffles, and National Sofrito Day. Excuse me. I've never had oatmeal nut waffles. Never had them, but I'm assuming they're good. Um, I mean, it made a national day for it. The 12th is National Baked Scallops. I've never had scallops. Had scallop squash. I liked it, but I'm not going to grow it this year in my garden. The 13th is National Coconut Torte and National Ginger Ale Day. I like ginger ale. Don't usually keep it on hand. The 14th of March, National Bush Day, National Potato Chip Day, National Reuben Sandwich, and it's Pie Day. That means pi is 3.14159 and bake a pie, so National Pie Day. And in Japan, it's White Day, which is like our Valentine's Day, but men get chocolate instead of the women. I don't think my husband would like to eat the chocolate. He's not a heavy sweets fan. The 15th is Eat an Animal for PETA Day, which I don't understand that one because PETA is against eating animals, but I'm not 100% on that one. It's also National Egg Cream Day, National Peanut Butter Lovers Day, and I myself did eat me a couple of tablespoons of peanut butter. I just took a spoon and ate it. My daddy used to do that a lot. It grosses my husband out when I do it, but I try not to do it when I do it around him. And it's also Pear's Helene, which is a pear with chocolate sauce and brandy. The 16th is National Artichoke Day. I'll take that back. I have ate the artichokes that are in like the little jars, but I've never eaten and grown artichokes. Again, the 17th, National Corn Dog Day. The date varies. Oregon Governor John A. Kisber, I can't pronounce his last name, is the one that declared that National Corn Dog Day, which varies from year to year. The 17th, which is St. Patty's Day, is National Corned Beef and Cabbage Day. So eat like an Irishman that day. The 18th, Global Recycling Day. So recycle things if you can. If you have a recycling area in your area, a recycling place in your area, try to recycle on that day, which we should try to recycle anyway to keep the things out of the landfill. Our little small town used to have one, and then they don't anymore. 18th is also National Lacy Oatmeal Cookie Day, which is the oatmeal lace cookie. And it's National Sloppy Joe Day. The 19th is Jennifer Ocean's Homestead's birthday. And it's also National Poultry Day and National Chocolate Caramel Day. So, Jennifer, if you like chocolate caramel, you're going to have to go get you something with chocolate and caramel in it. Just to treat yourself for your birthday. The 20th is Great American Meat Out. I don't understand that one either. I just wrote it down. There was no thing where it says anything about it. It's the 20th is National Bach Beer Day and National Ravioli Day. I love ravioli. I've never made it homemade. I would like to do that one day. And it's also World Flower Day. The 21st is California Strawberry Day, which I love California strawberries, and I do love Florida strawberries as well. There is a discount store that sells us strawberries um, during certain times of the year. National Crunchy Taco Day. Ooh, I love tacos. National French Bread. Oui, oui. National Healthy Fats Day. Is there such a thing as a healthy fat? Just my curiosity. National World Tamus Day, which I've never had, and National Vermouth Day. The 22nd is National Bavarian Crepes Day, National We Love Broccoli Day, which around that time you're usually in the garden, you're planting broccoli around that time before then. Now World Water, drink water anyway. So the 22nd was World Water Day. The 23rd is National Chia Day, which I'm not a big fan of chia seeds. I know they're healthy. I understand that. I just not very much into them. National Chip and Dip Day. National Melba Toast Day. And Tomato Day. There is at our farmers market, there's a lady that makes tamales homemade, and she brings them. Oh, they're so delicious. The 24th is European I cannot read my writing. Artisan Gelato Day. National Cheesesteak Day, which I love cheesesteak. National Chocolate Covered Raisin Day. And National Cocktail Day. The 25th is National Lobster Newburg. National Michelle Schaefer Half Moon Cookie Day, which is basically a black and white cookie to honor those who took their own life, like a suicide type thing. And it's also National Pecan Day, which was declared by state of Virginia. George Washington planted one, and that's why we have it. It's also International Waffle Day. U.S. Waffle Day is August the 24th. The 26th is Make Your Own Holiday. So whatever you want that day to be, you can have it for your own holiday. It's National Nougat Day and National Spinach Day. And around that time, depending on the weather and where you are in the country, you may or may not be harvesting spinach. If you plant spinach and if you like spinach. 27th is National Spanish Paella Day, which I've never made, never had. International Whiskey Day, which is World Whiskey Day, is May 15th. 28th is Eat an Eskimo Pie Day. I love Eskimo pie. And Something on a Stick. You want to eat something on a stick day. Which, again, Sonic may have them on sale that day. Who knows? Corn dogs, that is. And it's also National Black Forest Cake Day. I've made those. It didn't turn out very good, but I have made one. The 29th is National Lemon Chiffon Cake. Lemon chiffon cake. That sounds so delicious. And Natural Pita Day. Sorry about my stuttering there. The 30th is National Hot Chicken Day, which I do love chicken on Sundays. Something about Sundays and chicken. Don't ask me what. Well, I know what it is. Growing up, almost every Sunday, Mom would fix chicken, and I think that's where I got it. And now sometimes we would go to the big swap meets that was in Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri, and Mom would fix fried chicken, and that would be our lunch. Sometimes we would buy chicken, like at KFC and Church's Chicken, which do they have Church's Chicken still? I don't know. The 30th is also National Turkey Neck Soup Day. And the 31st, the last day of March, is Dia del Taco, Day of the Taco in Mexico. National Cream Cheese Frosting Day, yum. National Tater Day, and National Clams on the Half Shell and Oranges and Lemons Day. And I know there are some couple places in the United States they do have a tater festival. I've heard of that. So, and it is usually I try to plant my potatoes before St. Patty's Day or St. Patty's Day, just a little snippet. So now let's discuss your deals that you can get in March. Winter clearance. If winter wear sports gear, if it's not already gone, it should be on clearance. It's on clearance now. I noticed the last time I went to Walmart, they already had their swimwear in, their coats and stuff was on clearance. So check your local stores; they could be going in clearance now. Your spring cleaning supplies is on sale in March. Your garden supplies and your equipment is on sale in March as well. I know our local Walmart, I was tickled pink when the garden stuff came in. Hubby's not crazy about it because it's where he has to park. If y'all don't know, my hubby works at Wally World. So they ain't got the mowers in, but I know the last time I went, they did have their dirt is starting to come in, their bricks and all that stuff is starting to come in. Your tax software, because it is the dreaded in the day of March. March the 15th is the dreaded day to make sure you get your income taxes done. At least unless you have a business, and I think it's a different day. I'm not 100% on that because I don't have a business. And of course, you're going to get deals on your frozen food, and you're going to get deals on your cabbage, your corned beef, and anything that has something to do with St. Patrick's Day will be on sale. So I'm taking me a drink of my water real quick. And what is in season, like I said earlier, you could find this on Pinterest because it is on there. Um, Clams, leeks, cauliflower, kale, cabbage, spring onions, Brussels sprouts, sardines, which we love some sardines here. It's a good protein, just so you know. Your spring greens, your asparagus, your broccoli, your apples, bananas, lemons, limes, oranges, and pears. Pretty much basically what was on sale, and your seasonal produce is a great deal for the month of March. I know nowadays you can get things all throughout the year, not just particular day. I know um, way back when our grandmas and mamas and our daddies, because I am a baby boomer, um, there was only certain things you couldn't eat certain fruits year round. It was seasonal, which strawberries are pretty much seasonal, but there I did notice there are strawberries in our local Walmart and in our other local grocery store. They have them in there. And I know our grandparents for sure did eat seasonally. They did do gardens, at least my grandparents did, both on both sides. Um, they did garden. They had big gardens. Even after, let's see, on mom's side, Grandma did have a big garden up until probably the last 10, 15 years of her life. She always grew big amount of tomatoes, canned the tomatoes, which I like to know what happened to her canning jars, but who knows. Um, but and I know grandma on the other side, they did try to have a garden and until she started getting Alzheimer's and then had to be moved into a nursing home. And Alzheimer's is hereditary if you don't know. Um, Along with a lot of other diseases out there, your heart disease and all that. But then again, I think sometimes it's the food that we eat, and it's the crap that they spray the little lines that's in our sky. Yep, put on my little tinfoil hat there. But that's just my opinion. Am I correct? I don't know. Um, but little conspiracy theory here. Like I said, and here is my notebook that I keep everything in. Um, so that is what March is known for. Um, and again, happy early birthday, Jennifer, on the 19th. Um, so that's pretty much all I had. And next month will be anything green. That is the theme for next month. So you will see a lot of, I know, basil. There's one thing of basil I've made so far, asparagus, which I'm keeping an eye on my asparagus beds, which I need to move to actual in the garden. I like to move my asparagus bed, but they say asparagus don't like to be moved. And I know there will be a cabbage recipe that I'm making tonight for supper. So anything, I know there's salad, there's a salad. Um, I'm trying to think what is on my list of things that I'm making. Of course, Saturday is bread month, and of course, nothing will be green unless I dye it green. Well, hold on. This Saturday is something green that goes into the bread, sort of, kind of. Um, but that is pretty much it. But I'm going to try to make this last an hour. So, what are y'all fixing for supper tonight? Or if you've already had supper, so, or you have any ideas for supper tonight? I know I'm making a recipe out of the Southern Living Cookbook that involves your Polish kielbasa sausage and cabbage. That is two of the ingredients. So, which you will see in the month of March, at least on this channel. I'm trying to think of something um for Blackberry Rock for this Friday. I know every day next month will be Mix It Up March recipe for seasoning mixes on Blackberry Rock. On this one, the theme for next month is anything green, and yes, there is a song to go along with it, which I am loving the Suno app, creating my own music and using AI to create music as well for it. So, and of course, and I'm thinking the month of April, the theme will be the Easter feast or something you would eat at an Easter setting. I'm not 100% on that, knowing that the first Sunday is Easter, which, man, this year's already flying by. It's already February, the end of February at that. So, seems like a couple of weeks ago I was doing this live and letting you know what January, February was known for. So, which I'm going to try to do a live at least once a month on this channel. Um, and then once I get monetized on the other me, I am planning on starting doing the lives for this channel for that as well. At least that's my thinking right now. That may change depending on what is all going. And I know it will probably be a busy season. Busy, 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 busy. Um, I did watch yesterday Kendrick Brothers, where Alex Kendrick, I don't know if you know who he is. He's the one that had something to do with the movie War Room, Flywheel. Okay. Oh, I understand that, Jennifer. I understand being out of almost everything. I know. Next time I go to town, I will be. Which I need to make a list. I make my list on my phone. I need to make a list of what I need to get for the next set of recipes. Um, and I know I'm trying to get all the mixes up done. First, I'm really working hard on that, getting that done. Is there any particular mix that you would like me to show? Um, like a seasoning mix, a pantry type mix. And if I've not already got it scheduled for Blackberry Rock, I can have this channel post it. Any seasoning mix that you would like to see done or interested in. I know there is a Facebook person that I follow, and they are doing a dry mix march. But I think she's only on Facebook. She's not on YouTube. At least not that I've checked anyway. Um, but I do have a cousin that is on Facebook, and she just started with her farm page. So I try to watch every little reel that she puts out. I did put it out my first reel yesterday, and I made it a short for the other channel too for today. So, and did create the song Splish Splash, a duck taking a bath, which I happened to catch one of my ducks doing that. Um, so that's, and I remember my grandma, the one grandma on dad's side, I remember spending the night because my aunt was 2 years older than me on that side. And I remember spending the night with them, and grandma made a meal out of hardly anything. I mean, she would whip up some biscuits, and she made those biscuits that were homemade. They were so good. And she had a certain pan she would bake them in. Oh, and I don't have, well, I take it back. I do have that pan. I don't know where it is, but I do have that pan. It may be packed away. And she would take some flour, and she cooked with lard. And she would buy lard at the store. She bought shortening, but biggest part of the time she cooked with lard, um, and bacon grease. But I remember she would whip up, a pan of biscuits and make some gravy, and then that was a meal. We would have that, breakfast, lunch, dinner. It don't matter. There wasn't a whole lot of desserts like cakes or cookies or anything of that nature. Um, Not that I remember, except during the holiday gatherings that we had, and I know on the other side there would be gatherings as well, and they would have desserts then. But I remember interviewing my mama, and I asked about, well, did you have cakes, cookies, any kind of sweet things, during their growing up? And she said no. So I didn't get a chance to ask my daddy, which I miss both of them. They're my guardian angels. At least I like to think they're my guardian angels. did ask my aunt, and she said no, not generally. There was no hardly very much cakes or cookies or anything like that, unless it was a special occasion like a birthday or something. But my aunt was in the younger group of siblings. There was 13, no, 12 brothers and sisters. My dad had 11 brothers and sisters, and then mom had a total of 13 brothers and sisters, and I know four of them passed, and since mom's passing, all of them's gone except maybe a handful of the younger ones. So, which I don't see very often. Um, and I did create a Facebook group, just FYI, LouAnn's Kitchen, and I'm posting photos of mom's recipes and as I go through them. I try not to post on Sundays, and I do post share some of my collectibles that's kitchen related, like my plates, old vintage dishware and stuff like that. And little sayings that mom had saved or whatever. So I'm sharing that on there. Just so you know, in case you have Facebook and want to go and check it out. And it is a private group, so you have to request that. So, but that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Like I said, I'm trying to stretch this to make it an hour long. I know I will be on Blackberry Rock tomorrow morning. I've already been, we will be reading out of Genesis because I feel led to do that. So I did try it here a while back, a few years ago, but I could not do it because of family stuff that was going on. So, because I was at a point where I had to, at a drop of a hat, I had to go. So, which I don't regret any of that. I'm glad I was able to do that. So, I just wish my brothers, I don't regret any of it, but I do wish my brothers would have came down here more often than they did. But it is what it is. Um, and I don't want to hashtag that again. Um, but I miss my mama. She gave me a sense of who I am. God does too. Um, and because of her, that's why I love recipes, and because of her is why I created the channel. Not to say that other people didn't have inspired me to do it, because they did. Um, I know there is a YouTube channel that inspired me to do this, and I have since not watched them. Um, I I try to set up this channel as that channel, but I cannot do that. I got to be my own person. Which, there was at one time I went to church, and I'm like, I can't be like her. I got to be me. So, and I got to be me. So, and I've been working on spring cleaning a little bit. I pick a spot when I have energy to do so, which isn't very often sometimes with busy with making recipes and everything else. So, but I enjoy cooking for my husband. That's showing him that I love him. So, and I enjoy my goats, even though they are a pain. And now I'm glad that I'm getting eggs from the store, because I mean eggs from the chickens, because I'm glad I didn't have to buy any this year. So, or last year. I didn't haven't bought eggs the last part of, no, I didn't buy no eggs for Thanksgiving or Christmas, because we had a Thanksgiving meal, even though I wasn't crazy on the idea. Um, but we still had Thanksgiving meal, and we had pizza. Something easy, something we can order and didn't have to fix, even though stepdad did not he showed me where everything was. That wasn't why I wanted to do it. I didn't want to have a Thanksgiving meal. What I wanted, I didn't want to run into my brothers. That was all it, all of it in a nutshell. So, but I'm glad my daughter insisted on doing that. My oldest daughter was shocker. I would figure the youngest daughter would insist on doing that. So, with that being said, I am going to end. I got 5 more minutes to run my mouth. So I'm getting good at that. And I'm letting our fire die out so hubby can clean it when he gets home. And I'm going to have to go hay the goats. I do that every day during type, certain time of the day. I do hay them. Um, that's their little evening snack, so to speak. Sometimes I give them animal cookies, sometimes not. I may have to give them some animal cookies. So, and of course, love on them. Maybe do some little shorts. I don't know. So, so with every live I've done, I do believe on this channel since I created it, I like to end with prayer. So I'm going to go ahead and say our prayers and get off of here and go hay my kids. That's why I call my goats anyway. So, and call my oldest daughter because I had to tell her something about the little connecting the dots that I did last night. So, Lord, bless those, everyone that has come in today. If they need to be healed, let them be healed. If they need to be comforted, let them be comforted. And Lord, I pray that my meal comes out great tonight. Um, and that I'm able to do what I need to do. And I also pray for those people that will watch this at a later date or is watching it on TV. It don't matter. I mean, I give all the glory to you. God, this is your channel to do what you need it to be done with. I surrender it to you. I surrender the recipes. Surrender all of it to you. And Lord, thank you. Thank you for the many blessings that I have. Thank you for all the recipes I have that Mom entrusted me with him. And thank you for all the craft, all the quilts, patterns, and all that. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And Lord, let all those people, whether they be at home or in the hospital and dealing with an accident or an illness or something, if they need to be healed, I pray that you heal them. If they need to be comforted, I pray that you comfort them. And Lord, bless them. And bless also the staff members, whether they be nurses, doctors, aides, and direct the hands of the doctors and give them knowledge on what their patients need at the time. And if they're not a God-fearing Christian, plant that seed in them, Lord. Plant it. And I hope me saying this prayer plants a seed somewhere. If those out there that hear my voice don't know you, I pray that they get to know you in one way or the other, and the seed will be planted of you, about you. And Lord, I pray for my husband's friend who got in a car accident. I pray for his healing. I pray the surgeon's hands, the doctor's hands. And if he don't know you, I pray that he gets to know you. And I pray that he has a mighty testimony for you. And Lord, I also pray for dear little Scarlett. She is our little girl, Lord. Not she's not my child, but I love seeing every little improvement, every little accomplishment that you give her, Lord. And keep uplifting the family and keep uplifting little Scarlett. and surround the family with love and healing and encouragement. And Lord, I lift that family up to you. I lift both of those families up to you. And Lord, if I'm coming down with some kind of illness, nip it in the bud. Nip it in the bud. Because I need to be about your work, Lord. Nobody else's. Just your work. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So that is it for today. Well, let's go ahead and let you all know who Little Scarlet is. Little Scarlet, just in case you didn't know, and there is 5 people here. In case you didn't know, last summer, Miss Little Scarlet, is 9 years old, I do believe. She went through a tin horn, and the tin horn was blocked. Her and her family was out enjoying the summertime, the summer heat. They had gone to the local creek, and the tin horn was blocked. So she was sucked into the I cannot speak, the culvert. And she, needless to say, when they got her out of the culvert, she was not breathing. She was gone. They brought her back. And I just want many prayers as I can for that little girl. She's going to have a mighty testimony um, from God about how God took her from, in reality, she shouldn't be here. And I pray every day that she is here. And I pray for every little miracle that He grants us to see. So no matter the smallest, no matter the biggest, it don't matter. So I am going to end with that. So I shall see y'all later, and everyone have a very blessed month of March and the rest of February. So see y'all later, and God bless.